Hi, good morning. I hope you are enjoying Ignite so far. Thank you for being here today in the room. And also thank you for those watching online. My name is 𝗦𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. I lead product marketing for Agent Store. And joining me are my coworkers, 𝗦𝗽𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, product leader for Copilot ecosystem, and Varun Kulkarni, senior product manager for Copilot ecosystem. We are very excited to be here today to share with you, Microsoft partners, the opportunities of building agents with Copilot and Agent Store. We will dive deep into what to build, how to build, including a live demo. We will also cover how to publish to Agent Store step by step, and wrap up with the resources available so you can start building impactful agents today. So I want to start with why Agent Store and what it is. What is the customer benefit? And come back to what's in it for partners. So we had another Agent Store session for customers and IT audience yesterday. So it's BRK312. It was recorded online, so make sure to check that out if you are a customer or IT looking for more information on Agent Store. So by now, I'm sure most of you have heard of Frontier Firm. So this was first introduced in a 2025 annual Work Trend Index report. So check that out if you're interested, to learn more. So frontier firms are defined as companies that have moved beyond AI experimentation to fundamentally change your workflows with AI. And Microsoft is on a mission to enable every organization to become a frontier firm. So for partners, what that means is the businesses will need trusted, scalable solutions to operationalize AI. And we want to work with you, partners, to innovate faster and shape the future together. So there are three stages, three patterns of AI evolution we see within frontier firms. First one is the AI acting as a personal assistant. I'm sure many of you are using, Copilot on a daily basis. So this helps people get more done. And the second pattern is humans and agents work side by side, so you can focus your time on the most valuable part of the work. And in the third pattern, humans set direction for agents that run entire businesses. So you provide oversight, or you step in if you need to validate or manage in outlying cases. But this doesn't mean it's a linear progression. We see in organizations, all the three patterns happen simultaneously. And that's normal, because AI innovation is happening at a pace we all have never seen before. So this is the opportunity to rethink how work gets done, and we're at the beginning of it. So the epicenter of where all this transformation happen are agents. IDC predicts over 1.3 billion agents by 2028, transforming the workflows. That's a lot of agents. So let's pivot to the role Microsoft plays here and what we have to offer. So Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. It understands who you are, what you work on, and provides a consistent, secure user experience across the apps you're already using every day. Just like today, everyone has a smartphone, and you have many apps installed on your phone. We envision a world every employee has a Copilot, and many agents working with Copilot and you to automate tasks and workflows. So now the problem is how to make it easy for users and organizations to find the agents they need and use the agents without switching the context. So we announced general availability of Agent Store at Build earlier this year. It is native to Copilot and provides an in-product gateway for IT to deploy agents and for users to use agents right inside Copilot. So here's a closer look. You can access Agent Store by clicking on All Agents inside Copilot from the left nav panel. It provides a single entry point for all the pre-built agents from Microsoft, from partners, including many of you in the room. Customers, they can also build their own agents and use the Agent Store as a distribution channel to make them available for their users. And of course, IT team maintain full control and oversight on what agents they want to show up for their Agent Store. So we do have a rigorous validation process for partner-built agents to ensure that all the agents meet the enterprise-grade security, compliance, and the performance standards. So each business is different. And the beauty of Agent Store is it gives customers the flexibility to create a curated agent ecosystem based on your own needs. So customers, they can decide which agents they want to include in Agent Store. And here are the 4 different ways to do it. You can choose from all the pre-built agents by Microsoft, from Microsoft and from the partners. And our catalog is growing fast. You can also build agents from scratch. You can bring in the agents you have already invested. And you can enable agents with Agent 365 capabilities, and users can access them through Agent Store as well. And then these Agent 365 agents, they can perform tasks in the Microsoft 365 environment using their own identity and the resources assigned to the agents. So this flexibility means that for customers, they can build and manage their own version of Agent Store and make it easy for the team, for the users to find and use right away. As I mentioned, Agent Store is built into Copilot, but the same Agent Store experience is also available across the Microsoft ecosystem. So including familiar tools you're already using like Teams, Outlook, OneNote, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Edge browser as well. So this ensures the users can remain productive and find agents in the flow of the work, no matter which tool you are using. And then we also launched Microsoft Marketplace end of September this year. So this is a public website for customers to explore all types of cloud solutions, AI apps, agents, and tools without having to sign in, including the same set of agents that work with Copilot in Agent Store. So customers can explore and transact through the website, through the marketplace, and then deploy and manage agents through the Agent Store and make it available, accessible for their end users. And both experiences, share the same catalog, same publishing process. So from partner perspective, you don't need to take action, to make sure that it shows up in multiple places. So it's one same process. And if you're a customer and say you want to know what is the full catalog of agents available in the agent store, you can go to the Microsoft Marketplace and filter by Copilot agents. Then you get to see all the full catalog here. So now let me bring all this together. Publishing agents to Agent Store puts the solutions you build directly in the hands of the Copilot users and help our customers accelerate their AI adoption faster. So there are 3 core benefits here. First one is accelerate time to market value because of the flexible development options we offer. So Steven will cover that in a moment. And the second one is reach millions of Copilot users directly in the app they use every day. And the third one is publish once and scale your reach across the entire Microsoft ecosystem, including Marketplace, including Agent Store, including Teams Store. So your solutions can grow with customer demand. So now I would like to invite Steven to cover the next section. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Hey, everybody. Steven Abrahams. I'm GPM for Copilot Ecosystem. And thank you all for coming today. It's great to see some old friends we've been working with for years and now on agents. So really today, I wanted to talk about how we are building the best agent store and the best ecosystem on the planet. And we need your help doing that. And so first question I have for you is, how many of you use Copilot already today, this morning? Raise your hand. Fantastic. And how many of you have used an agent and made using agents a daily habit? Not quite as many, but getting there. Okay, let's talk about this concept of productizing agents, right? Moving beyond experimentation, testing, trying it out, to actually, like, what does it take to get on this slide? What does it take to be part of an ecosystem of commercially available agents, enterprise grade, ready to do the work alongside their human partners? So the momentum is real here. These are all partners that are building right now, leveraging our tools. We're going to walk through a lot of that examples today. They meet users where they're at, wherever they're working in Microsoft 365, and these agents are enterprise ready. So why are they choosing us to build on? Well, it's the most comprehensive platform for building and deploying agents. Satya introduced the notion of UI for AI. That's Copilot. Agents are directly embedded into the UI for AI, and so they can use them without switching context. We're bringing your AI to where users are in the context of their work. This is more important than ever as there's so many things that you can get distracted by having the power of your agents, whether they're in Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Teams, on the web, on mobile, desktop. It's critical that agents not exist in a silo, that they're available to me wherever I'm working. And some of the examples we'll show today will show how agents can act across systems, channels, leverage their own models, orchestration. You can be opinionated about your response. We're good with that. We're seeing many more multi-agent patterns now where agents are talking to each other, doing long-running tasks, sending notifications. There's a lot of things that are coming in the next few months that are very excited about. And of course, we offer all sorts of options for people to get going, from natural language authoring, your proof of concepts, getting your ideas down, all the way up to pro code, enterprise grade ready, multi-tenant shipping platforms. Everybody's seen this slide before, but I'm just going to walk through it pretty quickly. This is the zoomed out view of our platform, kind of in one stack. At the top are all the things that you can customize to make a great high quality experience for agents. Think about, these are the things that when a user is sitting in Copilot and they mention your agent, that they're going to be able to use. The response, the conversation, of course, but also rich adaptive cards that are containers for graphics, for charts, actions, and dialogues where you can actually embed your own HTML experiences. our core capabilities allow you to bring your own API plugins, your MCP actions, and keep all the responses grounded and trustworthy. Additionally now, you can go really deep in particular channels like Teams, where you can add your agent to a group. It will get the context of the group. It'll start to understand the dynamics of the group. So there's lots of options for pieces of the platform that you can add on to make your agent even more available and contextually useful too. The key takeaway for you is that this platform allows you to take your ideas and turn them into enterprise scale agents with, that can drive real impact, real transformation. So, most of you have seen a slide which says, well, build a declarative agent or build a custom engine agent. How do you choose? And actually, my challenge for you is to start on the left and move to the right as needed. Everybody in this room should be able to build a declarative agent. We have very simple tools that you can do that with just a prompt. You declare the instructions, you can pick some actions, select knowledge sources. Declarative agents are fantastic because they have native access to all the data that's in the graph. So it's a great way to get started and see like the power of your data, your APIs combined with what's inside of a customer's tenant. Custom engine agents are where you really go when you need that flexibility. When you're very opinionated about inferring from the prompt what the user's saying and deciding what course of action. It gives you essentially full control over the brain of the agent. You bring your orchestration, you bring your models that you want to use, data sources and all. Like I said, with declarative agents, you're leveraging Microsoft for orchestration for foundation models. You get to choose where the knowledge comes from. You get access to grounding from, of course, M365, but if you want to use additional data sources, you can bring your own data via MCP servers, via APIs, graph connectors. We provide additional tools for things that you may want to do. Generate charts. You can use the code interpreter to do that. Make a PowerPoint file. We can help you generate images on the fly from a user prompt. So a lot of these things, and we're building more of these skills that you can take advantage of if you build a declarative agent. On the other side of the fence are custom engine agents. So custom engine agents really unleash you to go and be incredibly innovative, very, it puts the burden on you to do all the orchestration. So, you know, what we want to do is provide you essentially the most flexible canvas you can. You can decide what models, fine-tuned models, base models. You can use Anthropic, you can use OpenAI, you can use Azure OpenAI. You can use now Anthropic through Foundry. Lots of different options here. But more work for you, of course, as well. Really thinking about how you connect that agents to your ecosystem of agents, your other connectors, your other platform partners. A lot of our partners in this room today are building custom engine agents, and my team works with them. I'd be happy to talk to you about how they work as well. But as you can see, we normalize the user experience. So because customers and users don't care if they're in a declarative agent or custom engine agent, that's not something they need to know. But everything below there, that comes from you. So how do you get started deciding? Well, there's really three questions. They sort of start from the top. The question at the bottom is really a moment in time thing right now. But the key question that you need to answer is, do you want to have full control over orchestrating on top of the prompt? And for a lot of our partners, that's not necessary. We have thousands of developers that are working on making the best orchestrator on the planet. We can do this work for you. But if you're very opinionated about it and you want to have total control over the response, you should be building a custom engine agent. There are other reasons as well. I'm going to now walk through a couple of demos of partners that have built agents. The first one is a company called Sophos. It's a global cybersecurity firm. They protect over 600,000 organizations with AI-driven tech and have built an agent that demonstrates how real-time threat intelligence, security insights, and automation can flow right into the user in Copilot. So let's have a look.
Sophos Intellix for Microsoft 365 Copilot delivers powerful threat intelligence directly into daily workflows. With the Intellix agent, users gain instant access to file, URL, and IP reputation insights right inside the tools they already use. The Intellix agent brings cybersecurity expertise with generative AI, enabling it to reason over contextual data and deliver more accurate, actionable results. From basic good or bad assessments useful to anyone, to richer information for IT teams, all the way to deep analysis for security operations centers, the Intellix agent delivers threat intelligence at every level. Bridging intelligence and productivity, the Sophos Intellix agent transforms how security insights are delivered to your organization within the Microsoft 365 ecosystem.
So that's a good example of a pretty straightforward agent that helps you kind of decide whether or not you should block a link that's coming into your firewall, into your environment. The next one I want to show you is a company called Moveworks. Moveworks is an enterprise AI platform, automates employee support workflows across IT, HR, finance, other business functions. This is a great demo that shows how it traverses a lot of that without leaving Copilot. So let's have a look.
In this video, we'll see an employee complete a variety of tasks using the Moveworks agent within M365 Copilot. They start by asking about the client they're about to meet, checking the status of their NDA and invoices. Moveworks consults the CRM and finance systems to bring back the answers. Since there's no NDA in place, they move forward with sending one to their primary contact, which Moveworks can do through the e-signature system. Next, they're reminded that they still haven't updated their last name since their wedding. Moveworks can complete that for them through an integration with the HR system. Before making any change, it always asks for confirmation first. That got them thinking about potentially extending their honeymoon. But before they do that, they want to take a look at what projects they have with upcoming due dates. Moveworks knows where to go to pull that information and summarizes it for them. It looks like they're okay to extend their vacation, but it only makes sense if the weather's going to be good and they have enough PTO left. So Moveworks checks the forecast and their PTO balance for them. Looks like it's all good to go ahead and book the extra time off. Like any other task, Moveworks makes it easy, all in the flow of work.
This is a solution that is actually going through validation right now and should be available in a week or so in our agent store. Moveworks has done a fantastic job really understanding where its users at and focuses on whether they're in Teams or in Copilot. Now, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, having access to one agent that gives you all this capability and just kind of works with you in your brain as you're going through and you're like, huh, I just did that, but am I even going to be around? What's my schedule like? Oh, I need to. So people don't necessarily, move linearly through tasks, and the Moveworks agents, acknowledges that and helps them get back to work. So let's talk about how you build agents your way. Of course, Microsoft offers a full range of tools from everything for IT end users, developers. In Copilot Studio, Agent Builder gives you basically a way you can go from prompt to agent in a very short period of time. For the most part, the partners we work with are productizing real agents that are going to ship in commercial stores. They need the power and flexibility that a tool set like Microsoft Foundry and Microsoft 365 Agent Toolkit give you. But at the end of the time, we want to give a lot of the same capabilities. You want to be able to ground responses in company data. You want, of course, enterprise-grade security and governance. You want to be able to act across all those systems, all those channels, all those hubs, all at once. And of course, have access to different capabilities, models, tools based off the needs of your customer. We love to talk a lot about Copilot Studio because it's a one-stop shop for building, managing, and securing AI agents. This wasn't in my tool chest a few years ago working on ecosystem. Now, Copilot Studio is a fantastic place. All the tools are there, incredibly intuitive. It really gives you the full experience that you want when you're building agents with natural language. which is the Copilot Studio Lite experience, but then you can graduate and customize agents with Copilot Studio. Let's talk a little bit about a brand new capability that you probably didn't know about, which is multi-tenant support in Copilot Studio. We're announcing this today at Ignite. This will be available in December. You can create agents now that are published to the commercial agent store from Copilot Studio. So up until now, it was all single tenant agents. You could build an agent, publish it to your tenant. It's hosted in Copilot Studio's cloud. Now you can publish within a single geo a multi-tenant app. So is that at all interesting to anybody in here? Would you like to learn more about that? Yes? All right, let's do that. Let's jump in. Well, as part of that, we do give you options as well to go and jump into Pro Code. I'll talk about that and we'll circle back to some Copilot Studio stuff. Agent Toolkit is our recommended Pro Code version for building Copilot agents. It's built off all the same platform. You can publish and manage agents, connectors, and other Microsoft 365 applications. It's the same platform team at Microsoft that makes the Agent Toolkit that makes Copilot Studio. So it's all designed to work together. You can seamlessly integrate it with Visual Studio Code. You can create your own agent tools. And now you can call Office add-ins. So when you publish your agent to M365, to Office, to Word, Excel, PowerPoint, if you have an existing Office add-in, you can leverage that with your agent there as well. And then the agent SDK is essentially that container. It's the backbone for bringing your own agents. Anna mentioned it earlier. It provides that production-ready container with built-in authentication, conversation state management, channel adapters. So you focus on the business logic, not the plumbing. So this is a big deal. This gives you a lot more opportunity to own the prompt, own the response, focus on kind of the core jobs to be done the user is doing and not have to worry about some basic things. And then, of course, how many of you want to have deep integration in Teams? I hear this all the time from developers, like, my users are in Teams, we need to be in channels, we need to be able to collaborate with users in Teams. Well, the Microsoft Teams SDK streamlines how you can build conversational agents. Pretty much no other platform, Slack did announce conversational agents. We've been doing this since the Teams days. So what we're doing now is making those agents truly conversational, truly generative AI. And all that through the Teams SDK, which brings together Bot Builder, the AI SDK, the graph, adaptive cards, authentication, and Teams JavaScript. So take a look at that. Now, lastly, I just want to touch on how you bring your own agents to Microsoft 365. You can bring in your own agents by using the Agent SDK I just talked about. You can reuse existing investments you've made in models, prompts, integrations without rebuilding. You can do that now through Azure AI Foundry. You can publish into Teams and Copilot as well. And of course, when you do that, they populate our fantastic agent store. And now they're discoverable across the entire ecosystem. So a great way to get started is just, if you have an agent, it's generative, uses your own model and orchestration, look at the Agent SDK. That's a great way to get started. 3 steps. 3 steps to make that happen. First, you're going to provision a bot service in Azure, just like you have all along with Bot Framework. You'll configure your agent event listeners so that your agent knows when to wire up and respond, and you'll package a manifest for submission. You'll go to Partner Center, which Anna's going to talk about in a minute, or a few minutes, and then that's the fastest way to get your agent, your existing agent running. So next I'm going to hand off to Varun, who's going to walk through a demo of how you build with the M365 Agent Toolkit, and take it away.
Awesome, thank you. All right, everybody, so good morning. I'm going to show you how to build an agent in like less than 10 minutes-ish. The idea here is using all of the great tools that Microsoft has and provides. You can quickly build an agent, test it, experiment it, and then pretty much go to store very quickly. So instead of like long development cycles to productize, you can pretty much do this real time. It's almost as if you're wipe coding at this point. And this is a great tool. So if you go into VS Code, M365 Agents Toolkit, so that's like the Pro Code extension that you can use to build agents quickly. You pretty much just go and install it, and once you do, you can, get different templates, you can get different steps, samples, etc. to build an agent to pretty much, try out different scenarios, etc., things like that. And the easiest way to do this is, when you have this extension, you can just say create new agent or app. Let's say you want to build a declarative agent. You can select one, just say no action. It pretty much creates an agent which is just a very simple rudimentary framework in terms of setting up the orchestrator, setting up the infrastructure, etc. And what it looks like is like this, right? So if you provision it and if you just preview it within VS Code, it'll look like this. It won't do much, but it's your basic setup of like how an agent works, what it can do. And if I ask this agent what you can do, or like if I give it some custom prompts, the only extent to which it can actually go is just tell you like, hey, I was built with Agents Toolkit, right? So this is your starting point. But here's where it gets interesting. Within Agents Toolkit, what you can do is, if you see on the left side, you can add certain specific capabilities like actions. You can, add additional things like web search grounding. You can add OneDrive and SharePoint connectors or like knowledge sources. You can add any additional Copilot connectors. And the idea basically is to improve the existing agent's capabilities. Now, once an agent is created, you get what is called an app package, right? Now, we saw like the initial framework or the agent that was created. And in this, as soon as you create that agent, you get a declarative JSON. So where you can add capabilities, you can add starter prompts. You get a manifest, which is pretty much like how the agent is built and like the components of that specific agent. And you can change, the color, outline, customize it, define the experience. You can define descriptions, etc. And that is also what shows up in the agent store. And the best thing here is when I created this initial agent and just provisioned it, this rudimentary agent had pretty much very basic instructions, right? That's the reason it gave the specific output of, hey, this is the only extent to which I can go. Now, what I've done here is I've taken these instructions and I've customized it, and I just pasted this. But now I want to transform that basic declarative agent into something like a customer or business insights review agent. We all want to do exec updates. We all want to do summaries. We all want to send reports. So this is an agent I just created, which can kind of summarize everything and send those reports. And then the great thing is you can preview it in different browsers, different local or dev test environments. Let's say if I preview it in Copilot, let me hit that. Okay, here we go. All right. So it pretty much spins up an agent very quickly in a dev testing or local environment. And what you can do is test everything real time and then kind of either run experiments or figure out rapid feedback loops to kind of then improve that agent. So if I compare them side by side, it's actually the same agent inherently. It's just the V1 version of this specific agent only had like a landing screen, no starter prompts. But by customizing the instructions, I was able to get those starter prompts in, which is what you see here. Right? These are conversation starters where you can get users to quickly enter a prompt, do one click, and then get started with the agent. And then, since I've given it custom instructions to act as a business insights agent or somebody that can provide executive overviews, it is now going to look at everything across the web, everything across Code Interpreter, and any specific files from my OneDrive and SharePoint specifically mocked and used as dummy data for this session. And then it's going to pretty much give you a result where it talks about the executive summary, it talks about the market data, there you go. And it'll also quickly construct and give you any outputs in specific markdown formats, right? For example, you want tables, you want KPIs, you can open that immediately in Excel, start analyzing there with Copilot, you get financials, you get any rudimentary charts that you want, and it can also pretty much give you deep links to do anything you want. So you can kind of also take the user to any specific space that you want. And if you want, you can always add more customization, in this. And this will pretty much then use the grounding, the instructions, the capabilities that you've provided to the agent to specifically spin off like different components, different visual experiences, etc. And one great thing while that loads is in Agents Toolkit, there is something called as Agents Playground. So this is pretty cool and new. Here's where you can actually go in and then do live debugging. So you can actually go here and then preview that specific agent. And then you will see like how the agent is working, whether you've signed in, signed out, licenses, errors, all of those capabilities. So you can see like these exceptions, which pretty much if there's nothing, they'll flow through. And then you can kind of like create these things. You can also generate images. You can also generate complex statistical analysis. But that's pretty much like, you wipe coding everything pretty quickly and then generating that agent. But yeah, so that's like how to build an agent in maybe less than 10 minutes and pretty much like getting any kind of summary experience that you want through a very pro-code approach. That's it for the demo. I'm going to hand it off to Anna to take you through like how to publish this agent specifically in Agent Store.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Stephen and Varun. So now let's talk about how to publish and be part of the Agent Store, because I got a lot of questions on this one, so I want to make sure I cover it. It's actually very straightforward. So this is a slide that shows you the 3 steps. First, go to Microsoft Partner Center. So that's the starting point. Enroll in the Microsoft 365 and the Copilot program. You can create a new offer under the apps and agents for M365 and the Copilot to start the submission process. And from the single location there, you will be asked to provide all the required fields and the key information such as like agent name, language, package, geography, availability, etc. So it's a very streamlined process to submit. And once you have submitted, our team will work with you to review and go through the validation process. So in terms of validation, what we're looking for, so here are the 4 goals we want to ensure all the agents meet. First one is all the agents must comply with the strict security requirements to protect like the organizational data. Second one is responsible AI principles. We also want to make sure that all the agents align with the Microsoft ethical AI framework. Third one is all the agents should also deliver meaningful functional value for the customers. So that's the third bar third one we're looking for. And the last but not least is the high quality user experience. That's really essential for the agent adoption and user satisfaction. So in short, this process guarantees all the agents built by third party meet our security and compliant performance standards. So Microsoft provides end-to-end support for our partners through their journey. So this is a summary slide on the resources available today. I'm not going to go through each one of them. I just want to highlight 2 things here. One is check out the ISV Success Program. So this program provides a 12-month package of benefits, including Azure credits, technical guidance, developer tools, and also early access to the upcoming new features. And then this program is also open globally to our ISVs partners who are building business-to-business applications, including agents. The second one I want to highlight is the new Marketplace and Agent Store Partner Guide. So this one is new, and it also provides the comprehensive, the guidance from end to end for partners looking to build and publish agents with Microsoft. And we update it regularly. Okay, so what's next? Here are the 4 next steps you could consider and start building agents right away. So we have a partner agent demo gallery to showcase our the agents from our leading partners. And then also you can join the Microsoft 365 developer program for resources. And also more tutorials is available on the YouTube channel as well. And then the QR code will take you to the Microsoft 365 Copilot, and then you can check out more about Agent Store and start building with us today. So these are the other Ignite sessions that are most relevant to this Agent Store topic. All of these are available online, so if you had not had a chance to make it, make sure you check this out. To give you more details on all the various topics. So with that, thank you so much. That's what we have for this session. And if you have questions or feedback, we're here today. Thank you.